The TANUKI army is extremely OP in the new Roblox Garden update. So this pet originally was supposed to be a copy of the raccoon. It was like the Japanese version of a raccoon, and it had the actual raccoon's abilities. So here is my army of raccoons. We got this guy, and then my big boy. Call him Big Bertha. But here's the point. So the TANUKI was the exact same thing, but it was able to give your pets mutations, and they ended up nerfing the pet and completely removing his stealing ability. So before, if you had a bunch of TANUKIs, you could place it down. It would give your plants a bunch of mutations, get you shekels, reduce cooldowns, and most importantly, it would steal people's plants. But no, the admins didn't like that, so they ended up completely removing that. But here's the thing, the new TANUKI army did get a brand new buff, making it have a ton of different mutations that other pets have. So now the TANUKI is officially a chicken zombie or chicken jockey, and it's got some other abilities. So I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all, but we're gonna put it to the test with all my bone blossoms here. I'm trying to get these bone blossoms to be worth over $500 billion. This one over here has been cooking, so we're gonna actually replace my current T-Rex and Spinosaurus army with this thing. Now let me actually show y'all, by the way, my Tranquil T-Rex right here. Yo, what do y'all think? Her name is Daisy, and she got that new shiny look, whatever you want to call it. We put the Tranquil shard on her. So now there's a new glitch you can actually use with a T-Rex if you give it a Tranquil shard. I'll make a separate video on it, but basically, if you want to get Tranquil mutation on all your fruits, that's the way to do it. It's actually pretty crazy. So I'll show that off in a separate video. But for now, it's time for the TANUKIs. All right, y'all. So here we are on the wiki, and this is the official wiki right here. And here is the TANUKI. Now, just so y'all know, I made a separate video on the channel. It was actually this video right here, and it went absolutely crazy. It had 61,000 views, and y'all helped me reach 1,000 subs. So thank y'all so much. But after we uploaded this video, the admins completely patched the ability where it could steal things. So let me show you what the new TANUKI does. Here it is right here, and we're gonna go over to my crazy Roblox Garden guide that I've been working on. So here's what the TANUKI used to do. It gave chocolate, moonlit, chilled, and shekels. That was the mutations that it gave out. And it stole random fruits, making a raccoon, but they completely changed it. So here is the new version of the TANUKI, and let's go ahead and go over it before we actually use it. Now, at the end of the video, we will use him and see what we can actually do with it. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got 8 different abilities, and guess what? So now not only does it give you a chilled mutation, which is the same as a polar bear. So that's basically like a polar bear right there. You don't even need that anymore. The polar bear does have a chance to make it frozen, but you can actually put a frozen mutation on the TANUKI to replace a polar bear entirely. Moving on, we got the chocolate mutation. The only way to get this is with like the chocolate sprinklers and stuff. So there you go, right there. Now you have a free chocolate sprinkler that is infinite, which is a TANUKI. Then we got the moonlit mutation. So I forgot which one this is going to be gotten from, but same thing, moonlit mutation. So it's gonna be the same as like the night staff. And you got a random fruit, the zombified mutation. That's what it does. So basically now it's also a chicken jockey. Bro, that is insane, because you don't even have to get yourself a chicken jockey no more. Now, I mean, you can't get it anyways because it's already gone. But now, there's a way to actually get the zombified mutation, which is a 25x mutation. That is a 25x mutation. Remember that, 25x for zombified. The rest of it is kind of mid. Like, this is like a ×2, so it's kind of mid. This is also ×2, and so is this ×2. But it also gives you around 300 to 1,000 shekels. So the same thing as the crab or the mole. The same setup here. It also reduces the pet's cooldown by 1 minute. Amazing, like literally the same thing as like the Dilophosaurus and other pets. Gives itself a set amount of experience and ages up, so it levels itself up. Like, what more do you want from this pet? It basically does everything. And then of course they had to put this in. Sometimes doesn't do anything. Why you gotta be like that, bro? My boy was like looking all good. We were hyping him up, and the next thing you know, nah, you gotta give him that random ability just to make him do nothing. So basically having about 8 of these TANUKIs is gonna be OP. Now here's where it gets even crazier. Here are all the mutations that are currently in the game. They just added in the Tranquil mutation, so you could basically give your pet the Tranquil mutation, which is going to be a ×20x. So this pet by itself, a very simple pet to get with a 20% hash chance, is going to have the ability to literally give you all these mutations, including a 25x zombified mutation And now if you give it a frozen one, it can do a times 10 mutation. And if you give it the tranquil mutation or the tranquil shard, mutating the Tanuki into a tranquil Tanuki. Please bear with me. Hopefully you're paying attention. You're probably like, what are you talking about, bro? But basically, that's going to make it have another mutation. So another mutation that is going to be tranquil. So mutation, if you give it the tranquil shard, okay, so tranquil shard. There we go. We're going to call it the tranquil shard. It's going to literally give it a 20x right there. So what more you want from the Tanuki? This dude can basically turn your entire garden into tranquil, so you can therefore use the kitsune method that I just made a video on, so you can get yourself a kitsune by having infinite Zen eggs. So now that I've explained that it's extremely OP, let's go ahead and test it out. As you can see, the tranquil event is going on, and my tranquil T-Rex over here is about to cook. If we're gonna go on tranquil, let's go W's in the chat. We're gonna actually replace all my mooncats. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, we're gonna place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's get another one right here. And there we have it. So the entire army has now a fleet of Japanese raccoons. That's what Japanese raccoons are, by the way, the Tanukis. And there you go. My boys are ready to go and hunt things down. So as you can see, every 10 minutes is going to cause mischief, doing random different actions in your garden. Now here's the cool part. If you have 8 Tanukis and they do give each other the cooldowns, that can actually make it so all of them are going to give cooldowns to each other, which is going to be even crazier. So we're going to go in and wait 10 minutes for the Tanukis to do their thing. Now, if you want this to be even more OP, by the way, like I said, give them a tranquil shard. It'll give them the tranquil mutation, which means that every 25 minutes is going to make any pet in here have the tranquil effect. Let me show you what that actually looks like on my T-Rex, my tranquil T-Rex. Every 25 minutes, a nearby fruit finds inner peace, applying the tranquil mutation. If you pair this with the T-Rex, it's going to actually take that mutation and spread it to the other ones. And same goes for having the Spinosaurus. If you really want this to be OP and you're not a brokey in this game, let me go ahead and show you what I got. All right, there we go. Look at this. We got the Mimic Octopus army. We got about 4 of these that we got. So as you can see, they're pretty crazy. And I got the Tranquil Mimic Octopus. So realistically, we can get rid of the T-Rexes. We don't really need them. We can go in and swap them out, place down our Mimic Octopus, and there we have it. Now they can also duplicate the ability. So I'm also going to remove the Spinosaurus. We don't need it. And boom, just like that, every single Mimic Octopus is now going to copy the Tanuki's, mutation and stuff or ability. And there we go. We have a pretty crazy looking army. Did that fox just steal my Bone Blossom? Did we just catch that in 4K? I think he just stole a Bone Blossom. That was kind of crazy. Ooh, we got 2 Zen seed packs in stock. Let's go. Now, I recently just opened over 100 Zen seed packs, and I managed to get myself some Hinomes right here. I got 3 Hinome seeds, and I also got a maple apple seed. Let's go. All right, anyways, we gotta wait for the garden to basically have some new mutations from the Tanukis. Now, I actually got a pretty cool idea. We're gonna go ahead and use one of these medium pet toy boosts on the Tanuki, and we're gonna see if we can actually boost this ability and see the difference. So applying a medium passive boost on your Tanuki, and there we go. So now it's gonna be every 8 minutes, it actually causes mischief doing random different actions in your garden. So that went from I think a 10-minute cooldown to an 8-minute cooldown. Now there is another glitch out there which requires you to use a Nahazuro or something like that. It's the monkey one. If you use the monkey, you use a medium toy boost and a small tree, you can actually glitch the game out and glitch your pet out. It's gonna make your entire pet have a 15-second cooldown. So whenever you leave it right before the entire tree or the toy or something expires on the actual pet, you leave the game for 30 to an hour or so on, it's gonna actually give you a huge reduction in the cooldown, making your pet be able to use this ability every 15 seconds. Well, do you understand how OP that is? Honestly, the only issue is though, you might lose your pet. So if you got a raccoon, what are you doing? What are you doing, bro? What? You just walk into my garden and steal from me? Hey, what are you doing? Oh, okay. There we go. Tanuki caused mischief, reducing the cooldown on one of my pets. You see, it just did its ability. It was this one right here. And there we go. So now I reduced cooldown on one of the pets. So we have another 1 minute and 47 seconds remaining. And we can see what abilities are going to use. The next one up is going to be Fernando. Let's see what mutation or what ability he's going to use or what he's going to mutate. So in 50 seconds. Next up, here we go, 35 seconds, and he's gonna use his abilities. So yeah, as I was saying though, if you want to do that monkey glitch, you have to have the actual, Tanuki caused mischief and mutated the coconut with Moonlit. There we go. So So just give it the moonlit. I want to see Zombify. That's the main one that we're all after. So I can basically use my T-Rex paired with a Tanuki. So the T-Rex can actually take off the Zombify mutation and spread that onto my other Bone Blossoms, making me even richer. Now, if you pair this with the monkey glitch, oh, there we go. Tanuki cause mischief and gain 107 XP. Not bad. Okay, so it's basically leveling each other up. So yeah, raccoons are basically every 15 minutes, and then the Tanukis are every 10 minutes. Not bad. And that one just gained more XP, and now it's just gonna reset the cycle, and hopefully we get the zombified one. So not bad at all. If you had 3 more Tanukis, you'd be even better. And if you give them mutations like Frozen, Ascended, or Tranquil, or some other ones, or even Rainbow, it's gonna reduce its cooldown, making it even better. But as I was saying, if you pair the monkey glitch, the Nahu Zero or something, and you pair that with the hot springs, it's gonna actually go in the hot springs. And if you have 2 of them, they go in the hot springs, and then you added the Dilophosaurus onto your garden, that thing's gonna actually reduce cooldowns of all your other pets. And if you give your pets the toy bone, right, and you also give them the treats and stuff, the small treats, it's gonna glitch them out. So if you do this glitch with Daisy over here, aka the T-Rex, it can actually reduce its cooldown to devour random mutations from your garden to 15 seconds. But like I said, it might cause you to lose your pet if the glitch doesn't work, which is gonna be awful. But imagine if you got your T-Rex and every 15 seconds it's spreading the Tranquil mutation to your entire garden, you can instantly get those Tranquil plants duplicated with the actual giant ants, go over to this monk right here and keep giving him those specific plants in order to make him give you the Zen eggs, which are guaranteed every single time you submit your plants. So it's better than the actual night restock method and the Zen shop method, where you gotta go here, you gotta wait for the Zen egg, and then you pay the $4 billion only to have, wow, I just pulled the Zen egg. That was kind of crazy. That was actually pretty insane. And then you pull the Zen egg, and that's about it. Now you have to wait again, spend the 8 billion, all right, and no more Zen eggs. So as you can see, it kind of becomes useless. That's why this method that is the new glitch with the monkey is actually pretty OP. Let me actually show you like what it looks like. This is the Nahu Zero right here. This dude right here, Nihon Zaru, whatever the name is. You get the point though. All right, everybody, hit that subscribe button, try the Tanukis for yourself. Let me know if you liked them. Let me know if you got the Zombify mutation from these little guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe to help me reach 2,000 subs, and watch one of these videos right here. We got tons of videos, so we're dropping 2 videos every day. Your boy Milky out.